July 2022, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, hello, and welcome to another reading. We are going to be jumping into it right away. First, we are going to be using some oracle cards to grab the overall theme and energy between you and the person that you're connecting with or will be connecting with, and then we're going to dive deep with tarot. Please remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you would like to join me over at the extended reading after this, the link is below in the description box, and you can check out a preview of that extended at the end of this reading. All right, Leo, so enough of me talking. Let's get into this. Overall theme and energy, please, for my Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Communication. Beautiful energy. So overall advice, please, for my Leos. So heavy emphasis this month on communication, whether that's incoming communication with a special message or ongoing communication. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Wow. So Leo, I guess we can say communication is going to be the major theme for July, as well as really ensuring effective communication, because it is saying that yes, the general theme is communication, but with communication is key, this is saying, hey, this is extremely important. And with the new moon in Gemini, for some of you, you may have Gemini in your chart, maybe your person does, but that is not necessary. And Gemini is a very intellectual sign. Geminis always have a lot of ideas going in their mind, as well as they're very mentally stimulating. So you may even be feeling like communication is flowing better for you this month in general. But let's see, why is this the advice for my Leos? Oop, okay. Fear-based. So there may be some fears that someone is feeling at this time, and communication to really work these things out and talk about it, especially if someone here is feeling vulnerable, whether that is you or your person. But and we do have minor setback at the bottom of the deck here. So there may be an instance where something comes up here, or it already happened. I'm sensing it would have already happened here, or it may have triggered some fears. But communication is key. That this is only a minor setback. There could have been something that kind of, made your antennas go up here a little bit, or maybe for your person. But I'm sensing that this is something that can be talked out. Communication, again, though, is key. So let's see what else is going on here for my Leos. General themes, please. Self-indulgence, focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Talking, okay. The butterfly, we'll go over these in just a moment. Axe. Very interesting. So Leo, there's a connection here where both you and your person are very fond of each other. Someone here may still be working on healing from something from their past, which may be causing some fear-based thinking, and sometimes it may even influence actions. But what I'm sensing primarily is with these communication cards, as well as even more communication cards coming out here, there may be some sort of message coming in that may be a bit unexpected, because we do have lightning here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this message may be a bit unexpected, but it has the potential to bring in a very healing energy and take this connection to the next level. But communication will be key. I'm sensing that there is some sort of opportunity here to break free and just break away from fear is what I'm getting. So to break fear down and stop some sort of pattern or even silence, especially if this was cyclical. But I'm sensing that you and your person have both been through a lot, and you both realize this connection is worth pursuing despite any sort of fears that may be coming up, okay? So Leo, now I want to get into this with tarot, so I'm just going to quickly move these cards over. Let's see what is really going on here for my Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And of course, feel free to swap the roles. If it makes sense, I could be talking about you or your person because I am simply reading energies. So for some of you, for most of you, you may resonate with the person up here once I draw the cards. For others of you, possibly down here. Okay. So let's get into this. Let's see what is going on, what is helping or hindering this situation, the past, your person, you, as well as the near future. Everything has been pre-shuffled. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. July 2020 for the collective. The Hermit, Virgo energy. So someone is looking within at this time. 6 of Swords in the reverse. There's definitely some unfinished business here that may need to be talked about. 2 of Wands in the reverse. So there could have also been some indecision as well. Queen of Swords, so I do like this. Your person is showing up as someone who is approaching the situation logically. They do want to communicate here. You are showing up as the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, so I do feel that you would like to move forward here, leave the past in the past, and to also prevent repeating past cycles, past mistakes in general, okay? 10 of Cups, Leo. This is such beautiful energy. Let me fix this board very quickly and then we'll dive deep. So Leo, before we get into clarifying, let's check out what I am seeing so far. And I am just so excited to be doing this reading because I am just loving this energy so much. It's making me feel so just warm inside with this 10 of Cups. And I know that you guys have been going through a lot. And this is just going to feel like such a breath of fresh air for you, Leos, and I'm just so excited. So currently you and your person may be looking within as well as at this connection as a whole and really just deeply thinking about it. For some of you, there may not be much communication going on at this time, if at all. For some of you, this could have been a clear-cut separation or possibly something that fizzled out, which I'm very much getting from this 2 of Wands in the reverse energy. But either way, there is some heavy introspection going on now. In the past, there may have been some indecision or lack of understanding of how to move forward, which has led to this sense of unfinished business. And I am sensing that this unfinished business is very much weighing heavily on one or both parties here. And it is primarily very heavy on someone in the past who couldn't make a decision, or there was some sort of indecision or lack of planning. Someone may have not been really planning for the long term or couldn't figure something out here. But for some reason, it may have felt like this person was 1 foot in, 1 foot out, okay? But what I'm really getting here as well is that someone may not be able to get over another person. And it could be on both sides. You know, you two just can't get over each other. But there's really this sense of, with this Hermit card, Virgo, by the way, of someone looking at the past and their indecision and their lack of planning of how to move forward. And now with the Queen of Swords facing towards the future, it's kind of this more of a forward type of thinking, looking at things a bit more logically. Even if you are dealing with someone who is very logical, I'm sensing that there could have been some overthinking that really interfered with their judgment and could have caused this fear-based thinking, okay? But I am also sensing that it may have been both of you that was really overthinking here. Your person being represented by the Queen of Swords. I'm sensing this person is wanting to come in, they're wanting to communicate in a clear and logical way, which is something that they may not, as I've said previously, they may not have been in this energy before. They may have been over rationalizing a lot of emotions and so forth, and even mistaking their emotions for clear logic, okay? You may be dealing with an air sign or someone that has air in their chart, but that's not necessary. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. With the Five of Pentacles in the reverse representing you, I'm sensing that, there is this desire to rekindle this connection, and you're ready to either bring this person in from out of the cold or for this person to bring you back in. You have definitely dealt with some sort of struggle here related to this connection, even if it's just, mentally or emotionally. And I'm sensing that the sense of struggle is improving. Things are starting to feel better. The Ten of Cups for the outcome speaks for itself. This connection is headed towards union and emotional fulfillment between you two at the greatest level. I mean, the Ten of Cups is basically one of the best cards that you can really get for an outcome, because it is showing that there is this deep sense of emotional fulfillment, not just for you, but your person as well, okay? Because it's not the Nine of Cups, this is the Ten of Cups. This is you and your person together. So this is absolutely beautiful energy. I want to dig deep here, get some more information. So we're going to start clarifying everything and then dive into everything one by one. Leo, I just have to show you this outcome before we get into this entire reading, because the outcome is so beautiful. I was just screaming when I was actually pulling the cards, but I know I do that little music playing thing through. So we're just going to go through everything one by one. But with the 10 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands, as well as the 4 of Pentacles, this is so beautiful. This is just, I am so excited to do this reading, Leo. So we're actually going to put this back here. And by the way, I did turn some of these cards upside down just so that the table does not get too overwhelming. However, for that transparency, I did draw all of the cards on camera, which, you guys can go back and look if you so wish to do so. But for now, we are going to put this back right here, and we're just going to turn this over just so that things don't get too messy over here. Okay. But Leo, if this is your reading, you've got someone hooked and they just can't get over you. And if you are a regular subscriber, you know that I'm pretty blunt and just straightforward with my readings. And, we get some good readings, we get some not so good ones, but I just tell you how it is. And this reading is probably one of the best readings that I've done in a very long time, okay? I cannot wait to do this. So let's just get into this. So let's take a quick look at the past, Leo. Or maybe for some of you, if you are currently on this timeline, you could be actually dealing with this right now. Because remember, this is a general cannot talk today, you guys are reading. But I'm definitely sensing, Leo, that when you met this person, you two felt like there was just this adventure, okay? You two felt like, you were each other's breath of fresh air. And I'm definitely sensing with this Page of Wands that there was this innocence and fun between you two, but at the same time, there was a bit of fickleness and maybe even a bit of selfishness here that you may have sensed from this person. But I'm sensing that there has been both unexpressed and controlled emotions, especially with this King of Swords and the Emperor, because the King of Swords and the Emperor, these are both people who approach love very logically, and they may not really fully express themselves to their depth. So there could have been some emotions and some feelings really held back here. And overall, though, it's quite odd because there is this beautiful energy of fun and playfulness with this page, but at the same time, with these other cards showing up, there's also this very like mature energy as well. And so it could have definitely felt like someone here was holding back, and possibly in response, you started to hold back a little bit here. And it may have been a bit difficult to really gauge their intentions here or where things were going, because with the Two of Wands in the reverse, it's very much that energy of lack of planning, lack of organization, like really lack of planning, because the Two of Wands is all about planning. And so it could have felt a bit scattered, okay? But nonetheless, there was this connection that felt very good, and there may have been passion here, and it may have been very stimulating to you, and you may have felt like you and this person had great conversations and so forth. But at the same time, it may have been like, okay, but where is the long-term progress kind of going here? And there may have been just some general uncertainty, okay? So actually, we're going to move this over a little bit. Now, what I do want to say here is whatever this unfinished business is, it has started to impact this person. So we have the Six of Swords in the reverse, the Two of Swords in the reverse, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So this does not look like a very friendly card. It is actually one of the most difficult ones in the deck to be drawn, especially regarding love and so forth. But it's all about the mind, and we've got more. I mean, this is all swords energy. So there's a lot going on a mental level here, okay? And so I'm sensing that this unfinished business, Six of Swords in the reverse, is starting to impact someone here to a point that's really kind of pushing them into this anxiousness to wanting to take action, which we will get into in just a moment. Okay. In the past, someone may have felt a bit more comfortable not taking action, because they may have been, I would say, fearful of risks, or really controlled by this fear-based thinking. Okay. And with the Two of Swords in the reverse, it's very much this energy of damned if I do, damned if I don't, analysis paralysis. But someone here had fears of making a decision to possibly move forward, but also they didn't want to miss out, because it was this fun, loving energy. There was excitement, there was passion, but someone was really getting in their head here. Okay. And this fear overpowered one's thinking. It seems that with time, though, someone is starting to take off the blindfold and realizing that they were a victim of their own mentality, of their own anxiety. Okay, it's like this person was their own worst enemy. And they may be realizing that playing it safe and avoiding risks in this connection, or in general, this person could have been very like risk averse. And they may be realizing that this was not the right decision. Okay. It was, and it is not leading to that happiness, because this person could have felt like they were better off just, not taking any action, because they felt like, well, then I can't get hurt or this or that. But this person may have definitely mistaken their logic for even like emotions, because we all know that these thoughts, they really do influence our feelings and emotions and so forth, and then our behaviors. So I'm really getting that someone really, really got stuck in their head here, Leo. Now, Leo, let's get into what is going on right now. For this month, someone, or possibly this could have been going on for a little bit longer for you, but someone is looking within. We've got the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Cups in the reverse, and the Knight of Cups. So this is very, very interesting energy. Someone is looking within, and they're very much stuck in the past. Six of Cups in the reverse. This person may be doing well for themselves financially, and they may be very independent. This is definitely, the Nine of Pentacles, very self-sufficient, independent, someone just, working on themselves and so forth and focused on themselves. So you may have been dealing with someone who was very independent. And in fact, this person may have also had some false fears about losing independence. Okay. So, and this is in the past because now they're reflecting on this, but okay, they're doing well for themselves, but sometimes they get really, really deep in their mind and they start to think about the past and they're stuck there. And as I said before, this restless energy, this very much getting in their head, regrets about possibly making the wrong decision here, it's pushing them into wanting to come in with some sort of offer or some sort of emotional message. And it may not be like overly emotional, but it is some sort of feel-good offer. And it's this sense that something is missing though, because this Nine of Pentacles, like I said, it focuses on independence and self-sufficiency. So it's like, yeah, everything is great and I'm doing well for myself and this and that, but something is missing. And then it's like their mind goes back to Leo and what was given up here. And they may even be watching you do really good for yourself. For example, if you still have this person on social media or you have mutual friends and they're kind of hearing about you. But whatever this is, it's really making them think about the past here. And you may be really just showing that you're doing fine without them, really flaunting your worth, but in a healthy way. I don't mean it, in an egotistical way or anything like that, but really showing like, I'm good, and you are good. And I'm proud of you for that, Leo. I'm proud of you for really stepping into that empowering energy. And so this person could be like looking at you and seeing this vibrant energy, how you're doing really good for yourself. And it's just like, man, like, it could have really lost a good one here, because they're just thinking about what could have been lost. And I do feel like it's keeping them stuck here. And so this is why they're thinking about coming in. It's almost that saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder, or, sometimes you don't know what you've lost until it's gone, or that whole thing. Before we get into taking a look at your person, their feelings, their perspective, as well as you, and then the outcome a bit more, I do want to pull some oracle cards here just to grab some more information, okay? I know this is a general reading, but I do love to really dig deep and get all the details. Victim. So, as I said, someone is very much a victim of their own mentality. And you may have felt in the past like this person didn't know what they want and they were kind of just like pulling you through the mud a little bit here. It may have crossed your mind. There we go, nostalgia. Someone is missing you, Leo. You are on this person's mind. Six of Cups in the reverse. They're thinking about how they came in the past, how they would like to come in now. They're thinking about this offering. But something was not fair to you here, Leo. Dark night of the soul. And even in the past, someone could have been going through something. So if someone's indecision in the past could have also had to do that they were going through something. And they may have still been healing from something from their past, or, very focused on their self, shadow work and so forth. But there's something here. Maybe this person in the past was simply not ready to really take that leap of faith. There's quite a chance here that this person didn't really expect for this to take off as it did, or for it to feel the way that it did. And then when it got to, the point of really moving things forward. This person just really got in their head because they were already overwhelmed by something that they may have still been dealing with in the past, and it may have just felt like there was a lot on their plate. And you may know what this person was dealing with. For some of you, maybe you don't, or it could have been this connection that was really, really challenging them, but now they're missing you. And we also have pause at the bottom of the deck. So this is what may have really caused this pause. But yeah, this person is very much in this realization of maybe even realizing how they dealt with pressure in the past, or how they dealt with their own mind, and how they may have convinced themselves of certain fears to be true and so forth. This is a very interesting reading, Leo. If this happens to resonate, please let me know how it is resonating for you below. I do read all my comments and would really, really just love to hear how this is playing out in your life, because this is a very heartfelt reading, and the energy is coming in very, very strong here. Let's see. Let's check out your person, okay? Because I'm definitely sensing that this is your person who is really thinking about coming back around, because we did pull the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups in the reverse, which is my, this opportunity to come back in. So with the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups, I mean, this is very clear and straight to the point for me, Leo. Okay, this person is thinking about this, and they're going around and around and around in their head with this Knight of Swords in the reverse about this opportunity to come back in and, offer something here, that, especially with this Knight of Cups. But this person is thinking about coming back around, and it looks like they are coming back in. But it's also that energy of getting a bit anxious about it. It's almost the energy of, when you send that risky text message and you're like, oh my God, I did it. So it's like this person going back and forth because they know that there's this opportunity. This person wants to reach out. They're looking at it logically, and they're like, should I not? Because for some of you, there may have been this period of a bit of like a time out, and this, energy to kind of, the negative energy to dissipate a little bit. So things are a bit calmer. This person is missing you, but they're like, will Leo even, how will Leo even respond to this offer? Is it a good idea? Is it not? So they're going around in circles. They see this opportunity, but then when they actually push that button, or for that text message, they hit that send button, or they hit that call button, or whatever that is, however they reach out, it's like, oh my gosh, like, what's going to come from this? Is this going to like turn around? What's going to come from this? Oh my gosh, I did it. Like I said, it's that like, oh my gosh, I sent that risky text where you just like kind of turn your phone upside down and you don't want to really look at it. So there's definitely this nervousness, this build up for this person, because they are kind of facing some fears here, and they're finding the courage to do something anyway. So I do applaud them for that. I do feel personally that in the past, this person could have been a bit more straight up with you if they were going through something. I do feel like you were put in a situation, Leo, where you were left wondering about, where this was going and their intentions. And, that wasn't cool. That wasn't fair. Okay. But I am going to give it to this person, at least right now, that they are building up that courage. They're facing their fears, and they're sending that message anyway. Okay. They're reaching out now. It's going to be up to you what you want to do here, because this is a general reading. So again, that's up to you. But let's get into you, because I did pull a few extra cards for you just to check out where you're at here. And with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, the King of Pentacles in the reverse, the Nine of Cups, the Moon in the reverse, and the Three of Wands in the reverse. So we do have, with the Moon, Cancerian Pisces energy, by the way. I'm sensing that you are very much focused on your future and also protecting your happiness here. I feel like you are open to this person's communication, and inside it may bring you happiness that you are not outwardly showing when this person, sends that message or reaches out to you in some way. There's definitely this sense that you may have felt like this person was going to come back in anyway, but you are approaching this person and this energy in, I would say, you're being more conserved. Okay? You might not fully trust this person and don't want to be left out in the cold again, especially if they did leave you hanging before, of course, Leo. And you may be feeling a bit confused when this person comes in and might not even know how to respond, especially if you had been, working on letting go of any expectations of hearing from this person, because you may have left the ball in this person's court to reach out. At the same time, though, Leo, the fact that this person reaches out, it may confirm that it was them and something that they were dealing with all along, not you. It wasn't you. It wasn't that they just weren't into you. And you might have known that. You might have known that deep down, but again, this may just serve as that confirmation that does make you feel good. And so I do feel, like I said, that you were open to hearing from this person, but you were starting to really let go of expectations. And so you may not hold expectations, but at the same time, you may be a bit like, oh my gosh, what do I even say here? How do I even respond to this type thing? But this person is definitely missing you here. So what I want to do, just to get some more information before we get into this beautiful outcome, and I have a bit of a surprise for you, Leos, for this outcome. We're going to do a mini, little pick a card thing just to get some more personalized information for you. Of course, only if you want to participate, but, keep watching. We'll get into that in a moment. But before we do that, I want to pull some oracle cards for you and your person. So first, we're going to take a look at your person here. Tell me more about Leo's person. With the Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles, and Eight of Cups in the reverse, please. Divine Feminine. So this may very well be your divine counterpart. They may view you as their divine feminine, or, or they could feel that they are your divine feminine. Take what resonates here, however it is that you identify. But we'll just say divine counterpart, because this is like, well, I let go of someone who could have, I really see that potential with them. So I do feel like this person is kind of like beating themselves up. This could also be a twin flame observer. So yeah, this person could, like I said, they could be observing you, watching you, seeing you do really good for yourself, or they may be going online and trying to see what you're up to, or hearing from friends or, mutual friends and so forth. The answer. So this person may be wondering if you are going to say no to them. I have a feeling here that this person could have done a bit of a deep dive on your social media. If you still have them on social media, they may be trying to figure out here if they stand a chance. They may be trying to see if you are dating someone else and so forth. But this person, I do feel like they're looking within also at how they may have rejected you or said no to you in the past, and just really feeling that out. But also it is this mirroring energy of wondering if now now it's your turn to reject them, because they're definitely feeling, and there may be something that they may be seeing here that may be wondering if, they may be wondering if you're going to reject them. So that's very interesting. And this may be why they're kind of going back and forth. I see this opportunity to go back towards Leo, but am I going to get rejected? But again, they're facing that fear. That may be one of the fears that they're facing. They're finding that courage and they're doing it anyway. So if you want to just ignore this person and, you want nothing to do with them, then so be it, So purge, okay. Oh my gosh, so many cards flew out, but none of them upright, so we are not going to take them. That is my rule. Only if they show up and I can actually see what they are do we take them. But this could be Spirit's way of just shuffling for us a bit more. Tell me more for Leo. Fear. Compromise. Ooh. Crossroads. Leo, you may be the one at the crossroads here. So yeah, when this person comes, I cannot talk today. There's definitely some sort of communication, like throat chakra thing going on. So for some of you, you may be afraid, like I said, you may not know what to say. You may need to work through some fears here because, again, you may be a bit afraid of getting hurt here. And you may be fearful about, getting on the same page. I just think that this is really coming down to not knowing what to expect. I think that when you hear from this person, there may be a lot just completely running through your mind, and you may really need to purge some fears. And I do feel, like I said, you are really, really focusing on protecting yourself and protecting your happiness because you've been through so much. So this may be a bit challenging because you may need to purge some fears in order to really let go and make sure that there's no resentment here in order to fully, step into that energy of compromise, being on the same page. So yeah, Leo, you may be a bit challenged here. And this is why communication may be so important, because there are these fears here. And you also may be wondering, well, did this person just deal with some fears? Is that what they were dealing with? What was going on here? I still am sensing that confusion from you of what happened in the past. And so through communication, that is where this clarity will be found. But there's really this emphasis on letting go, purging some fears, and getting out of any sort of negative self-talk, because the moon in reverse can also signify a little bit of anxiety coming to the surface. And that may be what is really getting in your head with how to respond to this person or what to say. So we'll get into that with the advice, of course, but let's get into this beautiful outcome. All right, Leo, so before we get into this outcome, I just want to say that I wanted to get this little mini fun pick a card all set up for you. So let's talk about the overall outcome, and then we're going to get into this fun mini pick a card to get more details. And don't worry if pick a cards are not your thing. Don't worry about it, because I have a plan for you as well. No one is going to miss out on this reading or any part of it, even if you are not a fan of pick a cards, okay? So let's just get into the overall outcome. The overall outcome here looks absolutely beautiful. There is emotional happiness, victory, recognition. Someone is going straight after what they want, and it's going to feel really good. I do feel that this is your person going after you, but feel free to swap the roles here if you are the one that may be initiating. But I do feel like it is them going after you. You two might get together, spend some time together, but overall, this energy is screaming reunion. The Four of Pentacles in this combination is telling me that this connection is something to hold on to. Now, when you two get together, sure, there may be a desire to hold back a bit to kind of feel things out, especially since you've been dealing with, that unfinished business energy, and you may not want to put your heart on your sleeve again, and you just want to see how things kind of pan out naturally. But overall, primarily, I do feel that's normal, by the way, but overall, primarily, this Four of Pentacles is making me feel that this union is something both people desire to really hold on to and even protect. So this is absolutely beautiful energy. And I am so happy to finally see this for my Leos, because I do know that my Leos have been dealing with a lot. And the key here, again, though, while you are going through this, if this is your story, communication will be key here, but overall, it's gonna feel good, Leo. It's gonna feel good. You may not be expecting this at all. So let's get into the pick a card here. So we just talked about the basic outcome, but let's grab some more details for you with this pick a card. So this is a fun, interactive way of personalizing this general reading a bit more. If you don't know how this works, do not worry. I'm going to give you a quick rundown. So basically, we have piles 1, 2, and 3. So what I'll have you do is close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and choose the pile that you are the most drawn to. You can go by the position, the number, or just even where your eyes take you. This isn't a logical decision, but just what feels right, so no need to overthink it. Feel free to pause the video if necessary. Now, if you are not interested in this part of the reading or just do not like pick-a-cards, feel free to stop the reading here, or you can simply go with pile 1, which will be the default pile. Now, if you are simply drawn to pile 1 anyway, please, choose that pile anyway. But it simply means that if you do end up choosing pile 1, that your story may resonate with the bulk of the collective, while piles 2 and 3 may be a bit more unique. So again, if you do not like pick-a-cards or you can't choose, you can go with pile 1, but if you are simply drawn to pile 1 anyway, please go ahead and choose that pile, okay? So let's get into this. So for pile 1, whether you chose this pile or you did not choose a pile in general and are just going with the default, let's get into this. So I do apologize. I should have cleared off the entire table, but I do love that the energy is still on the table. And for me as a reader, I do feel that difference. I do like doing this in this way for energetic purposes. But let's get into pile 1, okay? So we have nearby, understanding, the Tower, because this is how it was pulled first, was the Tower, 5 of Swords, the Queen of Wands. We had heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. So this is very interesting, pile number 1, because these cards are indicating that this situation with this nearby card may be very close to manifesting. This person could live nearby, or they may be traveling near you when you randomly hear from them. You may be hearing that they're coming into town, or maybe the message may have something to do with that, but this person may come in a bit strong and shake things up with the Tower, 5 of Swords, and the Queen of Wands, because of the Tower, that's that shake up. The 5 of Swords is winning at all costs, like I'm going to go after this and pursue it, which I was getting gently from that overall outcome. But if you chose pile 1, this person may actually be really pursuing you, especially when it's followed by the Queen of Wands to really positively influence the situation. Additionally, communication may bring an understanding of past pain or confusion that happened in this connection, okay? This person may have realized that they kind of broke their own heart here. And so I do feel that through this communication and so forth, there will be understanding of what happened here. You may gain an understanding of where this person stands with you and vice versa. But I do feel that this person will be pursuing you here, which if that is what you're looking for, I do apologize. I don't know if you heard that outside, but that was pretty loud. I do like this because if you're wanting this person to really come in and like switch up the status quo, this is the energy that I'm feeling. Okay, so that was pile number 1. So if you chose pile number 2, we have within 1 month, material world, guide, King of Swords, 2 of Swords. You did a little bit more space here. because 2 did fly out here, so I just wanted to take them for material world and guide. I didn't want to not take them with them both flying out. And we did have photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. Okay, so for pile 2, wow, I am feeling that this person was definitely dealing with a head versus heart type situation, and it left them at this stalemate. Okay. And this person may have been preoccupied with their material world, but with time, there is some sort of lesson or finding within their life that is guiding them back towards you, or guiding them towards some sort of realization. And I'm sensing that they may be looking at your photos and missing you deeply here with this photograph card. I don't know, I'm getting this very, this image, and it's like, for example, they're working on some sort of project for work, and as they're looking for some sort of document or something like that, they come across your, your photo or your picture, or, they just stumble across it in their albums in their phone if you two have pictures together, or they see it on social media, or maybe at the end of a busy work night. Their mind is just guided back to you. And for some of you, this person may have had to choose between you and another person previously, and either they had a difficult time, or now they're feeling that they may have made the wrong decision. You would know if that were the case, though. And the reason why I'm getting that is because 2 of Swords, that stalemate energy, is between the King of Swords and the King of Cups. And for some of you, additionally, you may need to choose between this person and someone else, maybe if you've, started to date or something like that. But you would know if, that were the case. Additionally, this says patience within 1 month. So this may manifest within 1 month, or you may see some sort of sign here, or some sort of synchronicity from the universe for pile 2. So that's what I'm getting for pile 2. Let's get into pile 3. All right, so for pile 3, you might hate that I say this, but separation may have been really needed here. This person may have needed some time to reflect and learn from their actions. There's some sort of insight that was necessary for them, for things to really come in and balance the scales, and they may have needed to even balance the scales within themselves and get into alignment with themselves. This person may have needed to do some emotional maturing and connect with their emotions a bit. When they reach out, their message may be a bit short at first, but balanced and well thought out. For some of you, you may need to decide between 2 people here, or possibly, this person in the past may have needed to decide. But what I'm sensing here is that this separation, for whatever reason, this is still a general reading no matter what, the separation may have really been necessary for some sort of growth to occur, especially personal growth on your person's end, and to really, like I said, balance things within, as well as to make some sort of realizations about coming in and balancing the scales out. I do feel like this person is doing a lot of growing up, especially from an emotional sense, and really figuring out how to approach things. Okay. And this person, they're learning from their mistakes. They're learning from the past. They may be reminiscing about you, but I do feel like there is a perception shift here. Okay. They're thinking about you as well, but how they viewed things previously, I do feel like they're seeing fresh perspectives here that are more accurate in alignment for a better future, not only for this connection, but for themselves, because this person may have been denying themselves of that happiness previously. Okay. So that is what I'm really getting here for pile 3. All right, Leos, so if this resonated with you, please let me know below in the comments, as well as if you did the pick a card and what pile you chose. Doing this mini pick a card is a bit new for me, so please let me know what you think of it. and if you enjoyed it, so I can continue to do it all for you if that's what you guys like. I do take all feedback into consideration when I make my content, so all feedback is very much appreciated. If you would like to join me over at the extended reading, the link for that is in the description box below, but keep watching for a preview. In the extended, we are going to be exploring all sorts of things, including intentions, feelings, actions, communication, what you may not know about this person or situation that you should know, the potential long term, and some guidance and advice. I never leave you guys hanging, so if anything else comes up along the way, we will definitely dive deep into that. For those who join me over there, you are automatically entered to win a free reading with me. Winners will be contacted via email next month. But yeah, Leo, I hope to see you over there. If not, I hope that this reading was able to provide you with enough clarity and insight into your situation. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Your support means more to me than you will ever know. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, my beautiful and handsome Leos. I will see you next time. Bye. Their future to look like, or what settling down means to them. And energetically, it's like this person was really trying to get over you, and it was extremely difficult. They weren't showing up according to your standards, and they know that. And that's they may choose to put it out there to make some sort of impact. This is actually kind of funny and humorous that this would like show up, which is telling me that there are no like major problems. They may have their own personal quirks or qualities that they may be trying to figure out, where is Leo at? Is Leo checking